Good afternoon, I'm Leslie Salazar. Police in State College are searching for an arsonist who set fire to a child's playhouse. Firefighters responded to a fire Sunday night on South Allen Street. Former Green Party candidate Jill Stein's request for an election recount in Pennsylvania is expected to be decided today at a federal court hearing. There's urgency to Stein's request because the federal deadline for states to certify their votes is coming up in 4 days. We've heard a lot lately about hacking and the Russians and cybersecurity, and that has many people wondering how safe their technology really is. From bank accounts to personal identities, anyone can be a victim. Reporter Rasha Guerrier has more. Protests continue around the nation more than a week after the presidential election. Students at Penn State held a walkout protest on campus as well. I spoke with the organizers to find out the story behind the protest. In other election-related news, a court hearing is set for Monday on failed presidential candidate Jill Stein's push for a statewide vote recount in Pennsylvania. The Green Party-backed request claims cyber attacks could have changed results on PA voting machines, but state officials say they've seen no evidence of that. More than 800 police officers from around the country were among those attending the funeral of a Western PA officer killed in the line of duty. Canonsburg police officer Scott Bashiom was laid to rest on Wednesday in Washington, PA. The Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection has found record radon levels in a home in eastern PA. The reading in Center Valley near Allentown was more than 1,500 times higher than safe limits. The cold weather is finally with us. Find out if it's here to stay. Hunter gives us the latest forecast next. Looking for something cute and cuddly to do this weekend? Well, a new pet shop called the Bone Bar and Boutique recently opened in Bellefonte. You can also follow us for breaking news anytime on Twitter at Center County REP and on our Facebook page. Join us for our next newscast on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Unfortunately, some landlords have bad customer service. Others charge their tenants improper fees. Either way, Penn State Student Legal Services is here to help. The purpose of this story was to investigate whether or not State College landlords take advantage of students, and these are the results. All of the blue signifies those who answered no, and all the orange represents those who answered yes. So despite some negative feedback, the majority said they actually don't feel like their landlords take advantage of them. Most players and coaches agree Beaver Stadium's natural grass field is second to none. So what exactly does it take to get the field ready and make that painting perfection happen? Well, I set out to find out, and here's what I learned.
At Beaver Stadium, we kind of do a little bit of everything. Mowing and painting and fertilizing and chemical spraying and cleaning up and fixing divots and repairing grass. And it's a never-ending process.
Most people think it's just mowing grass, and they don't quite understand that, but there's a science to it, there's an art to it. There's a little bit of OCD you need to be successful at this. It's the little things that go into really making the whole experience what it is for a game or any event that we do.
Overall, it's always a top product, and we've got an amazing crew here that cares about what they do. I wish I had like that.
I mean, it's a great group of guys that we work with, and we have a lot of fun doing what we do day in, day out, season to season.
I think everyone that works on the grounds crew just loves being part of the football game, part of the athletic program, part of all the other sports we take care of too.
We take a lot of pride in it. We work hard at it, and we're proud of what we do.
One of the groundskeepers, Paul Curtis, said he walked nearly 7 miles on the job the day I did this story. But while their work may be strenuous, they say their lighthearted group dynamic makes it much easier to enjoy. Live in the studio, I'm Leslie Salazar.
Hundreds of Penn State students walked out of class and protested against Donald Trump. Nadia Swada co-organized the event with Alexis Scott, the president of Queer Transgender People of Color, aka Cutie Poc.
I had to do something, and the closest thing that I could think to do was to have this. So I started the Facebook event and invited like 300 of my friends, and then told Alexis that I needed help.
Yeah, she decided that she wanted me and the club to be involved because she really wanted to make sure that these people were being represented.
Students made posters and prepared for the walkout days leading up to the event. But as Alexis says,
it's really just one part of the story. really, like, you never see like the thought that goes behind it.
It was just something that I needed to do.
Her heritage is Latina and Moroccan, and she is also Muslim.
I wore the hijab for 10 years, and I lived in a very, very small town in southern Maryland, and we were the only Muslim family in like the school district.
This made life difficult for Nadia, and she experienced things that have left her emotionally scarred.
It was very regular harassment and blatant like racial and prejudice bullying from people in my school.
Nadia was given the nickname terrorist by her classmates and was physically harmed numerous times.
How you sort of hear about all these stories of like women being choked with their hijabs, that was very regular for me. That happened about 5 times.
But one of her worst memories haunts her to this day.
A girl yelled terrorist and then like pushed me down the stairs. So that was the most traumatic of everything.
Nadia is part of Penn State Words, a slam poetry group. She incorporates her past experiences into her poetry.
Hopefully I can work up the courage to push him down a flight of stairs, like I was for wearing a hijab in the 7th grade.
Her poem was referring to Donald Trump, the man she fears will bring bad change to America. But that's only part of the reason she and Alexis named their walkout #NotMyPresident.
And we chose that name mostly because the hashtag is being used like nationwide by other schools, so we wanted to have some unity at that point.
The rally turned out larger than Nadia and Alexis planned, with as many as 500 people attending. There were also pro-Donald Trump supporters at the event.